everybody. I am just coming to you live for a few minutes to make a treat that my grandmother used to make, my Yaya, called Kolonkithakia. She fried zucchini. So it's a lot like latkes, but with zucchini in Greek style. So what I've done is I have taken 3 zucchini and I have put them in a cheesecloth. I put them in a cheesecloth and I have strained them, and I got about this much liquid out of them. And you want to do that so that you're not just steaming the patties. You want that crust, you want that crisp. So I took as much water out of these as I could. I'm going to try to squeeze them one more time. And I used the strainer so that what was sitting in the cheesecloth didn't just sit in the water. That was quite a bit of liquid. We use cheesecloths quite a bit around here to do exactly this, to get liquid out of things. So the zucchini shredded directly into the bowl. And then my grandmother would add breadcrumbs, real bread. Chris made this bread a couple days ago, so crumbled it up, goes right in. I'd say a cup, and then see if you need more. I might need a little bit more. And it's just big crumbles, nothing fancy. Very rustic, good food. See if I can up this a little. There we go. That's better. Okay, and then feta cheese, because everything's better with feta. Feta with feta. And I'd say that was half of this container. And this container was 200 grams, so 100 grams of feta. And then eggs. And I got farm fresh eggs from Wendell Farms. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Trish. I don't know which bird created these wonderful blue eggs, but I love them. And then I'm going to rinse my hands because I need to get some herbs. So like I said, my grandmother taught me this dish in 2007. I had never cooked with her before 2007, but 2007 was a year that I spent a little bit of time in the kitchen with her. We always spent time in the kitchen, but we didn't always cook. As cousins, we did the cleanup. Me, Maria, Shanti, we did the cleanup. The Thias and the Yayas and the moms, and that's who did the cooking. And then we did the cleanup. And as we got older, we realized if we want these flavors in our lives, we need to learn how to do this. So I've got a large pinch of oregano. And I'm going to do dill. Yaya did not do dill, but I want to do dill just because I like that flavor. Anybody who knows me knows I love dill. It's a smaller pinch than I did with the oregano. The bread was already salty. The feta is salty. So I'm not going to add much salt. I'm going to add just a pinch. I really don't feel like it needs a lot of salt, so I'm not going to add a lot. I have pink Himalayan salt just because I do. I like it. So a little pinch of salt. And like I said, the oil's ready. The feta and the bread already had a salty flavor to them, so I didn't want to add anything else to that. Now, after that, what Yaya would do is just mix it. And if she felt that it needed a little flour to help as a binder, she would add flour. So right now, just going in with my hands, mixing it up. If I feel like I want more bread or need more bread, I'll add it. And I don't necessarily need to fry all of this right now, but I'm going to fry a couple just so you can see them. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and add that other bread. So what I did is I took a chunk, I'd say about yay big, 6 inches, of the bread that Chris cooked, baked, and I blitzed it in a food processor, which you can't see because of the light. And I didn't overly blitz it because I didn't want crumbs. I wanted some big chunks. So, and Yaya did this in this little house we had in the back. I'm not sure if that house is even there anymore. I think it's been torn down since then. But she was really excited to show me this recipe, and I love it. So Kolonkithakia, which is shredded zucchini, feta, eggs, salt, pepper, oregano, breadcrumb. I hope I have enough egg. I might need another egg. We'll see. Doesn't hold together all that well, then I'll add another egg. The greatness about cooking is that we don't have to be perfect, and we can always develop it and make it better. There's no rule. The only main rule is don't burn down the kitchen. And keep it clean. So I'm going to add a little bit of flour. And if I remember correctly, Yaya did like 1 or 2 tablespoons. So that's all I'm going to do. Sprinkle it around. Keep it clean, don't burn down the kitchen. And your Kolonkithakia should look something like this. The light's a little bright, but I'm trying a different lighting today. So that flour I'm about to mix in. And I've been thinking about this recipe for a few days. I think I got this oil a little too hot. I've been thinking about this recipe for a few days. We went to Nam De Moon Sunday and I saw these zucchini and I was like, I have to have this. I have to have this. So I'm going to make it latkes style, flat fritters, and then I'm going to fry them up. So just like that. And these are not the dark zucchinis, they're the light skinned zucchinis. They're the ones that Yaya did. All right, there we go. And now with the oil, what I did is I put it in Chris's cast iron, which we know holds a lot of heat. And then I had it on high, brought it down to medium. Now I'm turning it up a little bit so that when the fritters hit the oil, they don't take the temperature down too far. Now, what you could do with these is you could just eat them as is. You could have them as a side dish. You could eat them with a little tzatziki, which we have some yogurt in the fridge, so we might be making some tzatziki. And don't crowd the pan. There's no reason to crowd the pan. You've got plenty of time. Take your time, enjoy it. We keep working with different foods just to see how it's going to turn out. The reason I keep reaching down is because I always have a towel hanging right here at my stove to dry my hands. The other thing we have going on today, I think you guys saw the picture earlier, was the sweet potatoes. And they were in the oven longer than expected. However, I think they're probably perfect now. And this is one I did and I walked away. So I'm going to stab it and then I'm going to show it to you. And I just check for tenderness. If it's tender, then I'm happy. And they are tender. They are tender. So I did some garlic cloves, olive oil, salt, pepper, oregano. I also poked holes throughout the sweet potatoes to make sure that that flavor gets inside. Perfect. So now I've got 2 side dishes to go with whatever meat Chris cooks later on. Chris is definitely the better meat cook than me. I do not do meats very well. There are some that I can do, and I make a pretty good spaghetti sauce, which he calls a bolognese sauce, but for me, it's mom's spaghetti sauce. So there are some dishes that I do that I enjoy doing, but Chris, when it comes to steak, goat, lamb, whatever the case may be, fish, he is definitely the man in the kitchen. So here are the sweet potatoes, and I'm going to enjoy those later. What I'll probably do is just cut them in half, top it with a little of the garlic, roasted garlic. And these roasted garlics come out like candy when you roast them. Candy, they're wonderful. Okay, so back to the Kolonkithakia, because they are definitely brown on one side, so time to flip. And be careful, because you are dealing in hot oil. There we go. And it doesn't take long. The amount, see, I told you, be careful with the oil. The amount of time it took me to take the sweet potatoes out of the oven, they're already browned on the one side. And I'm not using the best spatula for this, so we all know, you know, why don't I? Like I said, you can always switch things up in the kitchen. You can fix it as you go. There we go. Let me see if I can show this to you. Get some of the stuff out of the way. I'll bring you right on over here. And so that's how they're frying. That's all the juice I took out of them. And that's what I have left to make more. So here are my Kolonkithakia cooking up. They look a little brown on this camera, but they're perfectly crisp. And they're going to taste wonderful. This evening, like I said, we do have a little bit of Greek yogurt in the fridge. We might make some tzatziki. Again, we'll use the cheesecloth. Let me show you the cheesecloth. You just get some cheesecloth, any store. We'll strain the yogurt, even though it's already, we have 5% Yaya yogurt here, which is something you can't usually find in grocery stores, but we're lucky enough to find it. And the fattier the yogurt, you have to understand, you're having tzatziki. You're not having fat-free, sugar-free, healthy, super. You're having a good fatty yogurt that carries flavor. So the 5% Yaya yogurt, the dill, the cucumber, also strain that. You don't want those liquids in there. And there we go. Now I need a paper towel to strain these on. I was not prepared for that. So the tzatziki, maybe later today, maybe tomorrow, but we'll definitely get to it for sure. And my oil might have been just a little too hot, but luckily I'm the only one enjoying these today, me and Chris. And if there's one piece that falls apart, well, then that's just your tester piece. And I'm going to let that cool down. I'm going to make something later. Chris is probably going to pull a meat of some sort. Oh, what did he have? What did he pull? It looks like he pulled salmon. So Kolonkithakia with salmon. We're super excited. And maybe some tzatziki. Probably show back up on your video in a little bit, making that. And I hope you enjoyed. It's super simple, super easy. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks. Take care.